So right now we're on Kedzie, traveling towards Madison. So this is the tail end of the Kinsey Industrial Corridor. Kedzie is. So going east all the way to Halstead, this whole area is zoned industrial. And you might have seen, there's a lot of pressure, especially on Halstead and Randolph and all that, to do a lot of residential. And there's been some, court cases brought up to squeeze out some residential development plans. So Kedzie is the western boundary of that Kinsey Industrial Corridor. According to ICNC, who administers that industrial corridor, about 30,000 employees a day work in the industrial corridor, which is from Grand to Lake to Halstead to Kedzie.
Is there much pressure in East Garfield Park to loosen the zoning there?
Not so much. I mean, the development's been there for. The industrial's been there for so long that people have kind of built around it. For example, Frank Lloyd Wright had his honeymoon, literally right behind an old factory that's still operating today. So there's been a long history of both of them working, coexisting for 80 years.
Cool.
So this is an example right here of both market rate and affordable. Can you tell which one's the market rate one and which one's the affordable one?
Not really, no.
Yeah. So the one to the right is the affordable one. The one to the left is the market rate unit. But so we've been really happy with this developer. He's done a tremendous job with his design and his construction that it blends in nicely into the neighborhood. And then this site right here where all these cars are parked at, which will hopefully one day won't exist, is the site of the CVS pharmacy. So CVS has bought it, is in the process of buying it. The sticking point for a long time was the sale price. The city wanted over $1 million for the property, and CVS just thought that it was, a little too high to pay for it. So they've been going back and forth on negotiations. The store, you will enter the store on the Madison side, a little east, and the docking loading area will be on the Kedzie side, closer to Madison. I will have a pharmacy, and we'll have a drive-through pharmacy too. Okay. So Madison and Kedzie is the site of the new CVS pharmacy.
So now what's that going to bring to the neighborhood? Is there a lack of I don't know,
yeah, that's a good question.
Shopping options right now?
Yeah, absolutely. There's a whole, there will be a small amount of jobs that will be created from it. More shopping options. The pharmacy, there is a pharmacy across the street, but they are a little limited on what they're able to offer. The drive-through aspect of it will be, very convenient. And then also just the ATM aspect. We have no bank in East Garfield Park. So not this light, but the next light. Oh, and there's a construction project. So at this light, we're going to take a right, but we're going to kind of take it at an angle. Not a hard right, but a soft right.
Okay.
There's no banks in East Garfield Park. So, you've got to do your banking outside of the neighborhood, or at some of these ATMs, you're going to have to pay a fee.
Or cash your checks at a currency exchange or something like that, right?
So CVS, at least what the CVS will offer, one of the other things, Mark, that the CVS will offer is an ATM. I believe they have a relationship with Bank of America. So you will be able to do just some small banking services. But that, again, without having a bank, every little bit helps.
Sure.
This is actually an interesting site right here as we're driving by. When you see all this chain link fence, this will be the campus park. Actually, one of the largest Chicago Public Schools campus park. It's called Marshall High School. It's Marshall High School Campus Park. It'll include a new garden for the students, the horticultural programming. It'll include a new playing field, some passive open space around here. It's going to be in phases. It's been delayed, but it's in phases. This year they're supposed to get the hardscaping done, and then next year actually install the park. But it's called Campus Parks, and the Marshall Campus Park will be one of the largest campus parks installed.
Nice.
Yeah, it'll be great once it's done. I wish they would just get the hardscaping done this year. So we're working with the city. That's been approved too. It's just getting the contract done and getting someone out here to do the work that we're at right now.
So, looks like right here at this corner had something proposed at one time, at least. Was this?
Yeah. Yeah,
Just another case of with the market kind of falling out from under you.
yeah, my understanding was this is part of the People's Church, which is right down the street. People's Church of the Harvest. They did a fine job with their. Take it right here. They did a fine job with of pre-sales for their smaller units, but I was told that the bank had some issues. They wanted to see some of the larger units sold, and when they were in the process with that, is when unfortunately the market tanked, and now that project is. My understanding is, obviously delayed and hasn't moved forward yet.
How many instances of that have you seen over the past couple of years of developers announcing a proposed project and then having to kind of pull up?
Yeah, I'll show you another site too at Sacramento, Washington, where we had a similar situation. That was the homes of East Garfield, and that project too. When the market was hot.
Yeah.
So yeah, we do have a few situations like that.